Early morning light slips through the glass of the school corridor. Lockers clack, sneakers squeak. Rian, 17, threads through a crowd of laughing classmates but seems to move in slow motion. His backpack hangs open, papers and a half-finished assignment peek out like unfinished thoughts. A cricket ball thuds down the hall, a shout follows, and his phone vibrates with a message he does not read. Inside him, there is static. Dozens of small impulses competing for attention. Friends, games, videos, the fear of being judged. He watches his reflection in a trophy case and feels a tiny pressure behind his eyes, the kind that says time is passing faster than he can catch. He breathes and tells himself to start, but the first step slips away. At home, the lights are warm and the air smells of cooking spices. Voices rise in the kitchen, his parents arguing quietly about marks in future plans. His mother's worry is a soft, rising tide. His father's disappointment, a low rumble. Rian sits at the table with a workbook open and a cursor blinking on his laptop, but his attention keeps breaking like bad glass. 10 minutes of study becomes 10 minutes of scrolling, and guilt collects like leftover food. Friends at school joke about not caring. Teachers warn him with tired eyes. He feels trapped between wanting to do well and wanting to run away from the weight of everyone's expectations. In the quiet after dinner, he whispers to himself, "Why can't I focus on even the things I care about?" The question tastes like salt. Rain begins as a soft hiss and becomes a steady drum on the roof. Rian opens the test paper and reads blanks where answers should be. The surprise test stings like a slap. On the bus home, two classmates laugh at a joke about his grades, their voices sharp as glass. At the dinner table, his father's shadow grows long. Words like waste and not trying land heavy. Alone in his room that night, he turns on the single lamp and stares at his reflection in the dark window. Anger and shame twist until he punches his desk. Notebooks skitter across the floor like fallen leaves. Tears come, not loud, but hot. Everything feels brittle. For the first time, he feels less like a boy who can change and more like something already broken. Unable to sleep, Rian climbs to the building's rooftop as the city breathes in dawn. The air is cool, tinny with distant traffic. Kabir, the watchman, sits on a plastic chair, steam from his tea drawing thin ghosts in the air. He feeds a stray pigeon with crumbs, slow, careful. He glances up, sees Rian's red eyes, and says, without surprise, "A boy who tries to look in every direction can't walk straight." He reaches into his pocket and produces a small, faded compass tied to a thread, brass dull with age. He presses it into Rian's palm. One direction, one decision. That's all it takes to start, Kabir says. The compass is round and warm from his hand. Rian turns the needle, it trembles and then settles. The rooftop smells like dust and tea. For the first time since the test, a clear line forms inside him. Back at his desk, the compass sits like a silent command. Rian takes out his phone, looks at it, and flips it face down. He closes every window except the Notes app and writes 1 hour, focus. He sets an alarm. The first minutes are hard, the old reflex to check, to follow. Thoughts buzz like flies, his legs twitch. He breathes slowly, counts to 10. He notices the small things, the scrape of his pen, the light on the page, the way his pulse calms. 45 minutes into the hour, a paragraph he feared begins to make sense. The alarm rings, and he feels oddly proud, as if he had climbed a small hill. The compass gleams in the lamplight. 1 hour was small. It feels like a hinge. Routine is a slow machine. Some days he wakes determined, others he falls back into old patterns. A party invite tempts him. A late-night video drags him for hours. He falters and sits with the taste of regret. Each time, he touches the compass in his pocket and breathes. He starts using short bursts, 25 minutes of study, 5 minutes break. He tells a friend he will call later and keeps the promise. Teachers notice him staying after class. A nod of approval is granted like a rare coin. He still loses evenings to distraction, but the falls are shorter and the comebacks are firmer. Progress is messy, like a path that needs clearing step by step. Exam week arrives like a quiet storm. Rian sits at his desk with the compass under his pencil case, the needle pointing steadily. He writes with a calm he never knew he had. Problems unfold into solutions because his mind stays on the page. When results come, he's not the top scorer, but his grades climb enough to surprise his parents and himself. At dinner, his mother's eyes shine with something like relief. His father's hand pats his shoulder. Teachers mention the change in the staff room. More than the numbers, Rian feels a new steadiness, a trust that he can choose direction and hold it. The compass has become less an object and more a promise he keeps. Another dawn on the rooftop. Kabir is there, pouring tea, and Rian stands beside him, compass warm in his palm. He tucks it into his pocket and feels the weight like a steady heartbeat. He whispers, more to himself than to Kabir, "I finally chose my direction." The sun lifts, gold spilling across the city, and Rian steps down from the roof with a measured walk. The camera widens, a teen among many, moving with a small new purpose. The final frame lingers on the compass's needle, steady, unwavering, a quiet symbol that one honest decision can tilt a life's course. The skyline brightens, the sound of distant traffic becomes a hopeful rhythm.